This is Doug Vahrenberg, and welcome back to another set of tips and tricks. And today we're back here. We've got our Minn Kota Ultrex with our 360 up here, and I'm going to show you one of the reasons that I prefer 360 imaging. It's the coverage area and not having to do anything. I don't have to worry about the directional control of the trolling motor to do it. We're going to jump up here. We're going to take a look at why 360 to me is the superior sonar for looking away from the boat while you're fishing. We've got the Humminbird Helix here, and one of the things with 360 is you can have the full 360. It's going to show you every direction. And if we look here, you can see this creek channel, and you can see this little ditch coming in here. There's a creek channel that's run out here. This is the main creek channel. This is the ditch. Now the thing is, I can turn this trolling motor 360 degrees and it doesn't affect this image because the imaging pod is mounted stationary. See, the trolling motor is free to turn. The imaging pod always stays in the forward direction. That is one of the superior advantages of 360 imaging. Now, one of the things that I like to do is you can control your range down here, but where I'm a bass fisherman and I like to cast forward, I'm not worried about the back of the boat as much. I come over here to the menu button and I come over to our display and I do a front view. What that does is that just blows up, fills up the screen, and gives me a lot more opportunities. You can see that ditch there. You can see these isolated trees and everything out here. But the thing about 360 imaging is I'm looking from 180 degrees is from straight across here to straight across here. So I'm actually getting a little bit more. I'm looking from everything from there all the way around over to there. Where there's other systems on the market, they're limited coverage area. I mean, I don't have to change a thing. I can look forward, I can look right, left without having to touch the trolling motor at all. We're going to isolate the sweep area and just show you an example of what some of the competitors forward looking, you got to adjust your size down, and they're looking at about a 20-degree area. So if we're looking here, 45 is there, maybe a hair, we'll give them a little bit of doubt. We'll put that there, hit our check mark. That's what they're looking at. Yes, we can refresh faster. If we turn the trolling motor, we can steer it around. We can do the same thing. But the thing is, do you want to limit your coverage area or do you want to maximize it? That's where I look at 360 imaging. I'm maximizing the coverage area. I'm not just looking at one little old area out here that's right out in front of you. I want to look at the full picture, and that's where resume full sweep, it'll kick start and get started. And that's where 360 imaging, you want to be able to see the full picture. You want to be able to find all those. There's the bank line, there's trees over here, you can see every rock, you can see the ditches, you can see the trees out here in front. Every once in a while I've been seeing a little bait fish, but you can see this rocky point here, there's trees. I mean, it is good stuff. That is why I like 360 imaging, because it's looking around, it's looking all over the place. I don't have to control the trolling motor. That little narrow area that we talked about, if the wind's blowing and I have to move the trolling motor, boom, you've lost it. 360, I can move the trolling motor left and right. Yes, the data is going to shift a little bit because of the position, but you're going to see that old data, the new data, and know exactly where to make that cast time after time to catch more fish. That is why you want a 360 imaging system on your boat. Now, a couple quick controls. Look at that good rock edge right there. That's that creek channel. That's the edge of that creek channel. Now, you can come down here to 360 Enhance is one of the things I like to do. This is a setup that Brandon Polinick showed me. It's the color palette brown, and you can increase your sensitivity or decrease it a little bit, Increase your contrast, decrease it a little bit. See, you can power that up and get some real hard returns, depending on what you're looking for. That's all the tweaks that you need to do besides your coverage area. You come up here to your side imaging range, and if you want to increase it, right there you go. We're looking 85 foot. This is the creek channel bank over there. This is the what's right in front of us. There's some bait fish popping there. They're little single ones, but that's that creek channel right there. It's good stuff. Just all you have to do is set your range, and then I come down here to sensitivity and contrast. It's color palette 4, SI enhance. 14 to 16 on both of them is a good place to start. That's a little bit bright to me, so I'm going to just tweak it down a little bit. You can increase it there. That's a little bit dark. That's all you've got to do to get Humminbird 360 and put it to work for you. There's shad jumping in the back there. We're going to pick up the rod and see if we can catch one here. Thank you, and get a 360 on your boat today. Humminbird 360, man. I hope that helped you learn a little bit more about the awesome Humminbird 360 imaging and why I prefer it and why I use it. I use it as my eyes underneath the water. Pretty much anytime that trolling motor's in the water, I have 360 on. That's why I run 2 units. Today I'm using 360 pretty much exclusive for the style and the way I'm fishing. Shallow, targeting, creek channels with bait fish and bass in the back of these things. It's fall, actually going into winter. We got a blizzard coming in tonight. It's 55 degrees right now. Temperature's dropping like crazy. Snow's on the way. But the thing is, with Humminbird 360, you get the whole picture that you can see everywhere. You don't have to worry about controlling and directing it yourself. 360 does it for you. Check out the Humminbird 360, get one on your boat, and get to catching more fish.